Students, let us learn the chapter Lines and Angles. Welcome, students. Geometry is all around us, from the corners of your books to the stars in the sky. Today, we are diving into the fundamental building blocks of math, lines and angles. By the end of this video, you'll be able to identify, name, and measure geometric shapes like a pro. Let's start with the smallest unit of all, the point. What is a point? Look closely at this dot. In geometry, we call this a point. A point has no length, no width, and no height. It simply marks a specific location in space. We name points using single capital letters. Like point A, think of it as a digital GPS coordinate for your paper. The line segment. What happens when we connect 2 points? If we take the shortest, straightest path between point A and point B, we create a line segment. Notice the red X on the curve. Geometry is about precision, and only the straight path counts. A segment has a definite start and a definite end, which we write as segment AB with a bar on top. Understanding a line. Now, imagine that segment never stops growing. If we add arrows to both ends, it becomes a line. Those arrows mean the line travels infinitely in both directions. It never ends. We can name it by 2 points on the line, like line AB, or simply give it a small nickname, like line AB. Unlike a segment, you can never truly measure the length of a line. The concept of a ray. Think of a flashlight or the sun. Light starts at a source and travels forever in one direction. This is a ray. It has one fixed starting point, called the initial point, and an arrow on the other side showing it never stops. When naming ray PQ, always start with the end point, P. The direction matters. Defining an angle. When two rays share the same starting point, magic happens. They form an angle. The shared point is called the vertex, and the two rays are the arms. When you name an angle, like angle B or angle ABC, make sure the vertex is always the middle letter. It's the hinge that holds the two arms together. Types of angle. Angle come in different flavors based on their size. Acute angle are small and sharp, less than 90 degrees. Right angle make a perfect L shape at exactly 90 degrees. If an angle opens wider than a right angle but is less than a flat line, like the one on your screen, we call it an obtuse angle. It's the wide open door of geometry. Using the protractor. To find the exact size of an angle, we use a protractor. Accuracy is key. First, place the center hole of the protractor exactly on the vertex. Next, align the bottom base line with one arm of the angle. Now, follow the other arm up to the scale. Whether you use the inner or outer numbers depends on which side your base arm is pointing to. Watch those numbers carefully. Measuring reflex angle. Standard protractors only go up to 180 degrees, but what if an angle is even larger? This is a reflex angle. To measure it, we use a clever trick. Measure the smaller, inner, angle first. Since a full circle is always 360 degrees, just subtract that inner measurement from 360. As you see here, 360 minus 150 gives us a reflex angle of 210 degrees. Math is just a series of smart shortcuts. Summary and conclusion. We've covered a lot today. From the tiny point to infinite lines, rays, and the various types of angels. This all will be used in further classes.